The rise of the bobbers is among the most noticeable trends within the motorcycling world. Fenders and seats are being chopped off left and right on both factory-built models and custom modifications. In this video, we'll dig deep into the lineup of the 2021 and 2022 bikes with bobtail jobs, balloon tires, and unique paint schemes. If you're new to automotive territory, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to get alerted about the upcoming two-wheeled episodes. Enjoy the ride! Indian Chief Bobber Dark Horse. Developed from the ground up, the newly introduced Indian Chief lineup replaces the previous Gen Chief that from now on will be sold as Indian Vintage. The range features 6 motorcycles, including the top-of-the-line Bobber Dark Horse that benefits from the model's fresh chassis setup, a larger Thunderstroke 116 V9, and the usual blacked-out styling. The model uses a classic tube steel frame fitted with dual outboard preload adjustable rear shocks and conventional 46mm front forks. Instead of a 19-inch front wheel, the bike rides on two 16-inch wire rims that are wrapped in Pirelli Night Dragon tires. The Indian Thunderstroke engine has its displacement increased to 1,890 cc and peaks at 120 pound-feet of torque. The bike debuts the industry's first ride command system with a 4-inch round display, 3 riding modes, and turn-by-turn navigation. Also standard are LED lights, a single bobber seat, and many ape handlebars. Harley-Davidson Street Bob 114. After transitioning to the Softail platform, the Street Bob was blamed for having little to no differentiation from the Softail standard. In 2021, this is rectified via the introduction of the 114 cubic inch Milwaukee 8 that churns out 119 pound-feet of torque at 3000 RPM. Weighing 659 pounds at the curb, this HD lets you feel the added power and the twisties with a generous lean angle, while the new smooth mini ape handlebars will not stand in the way of balanced handling. The dual bending valve fork with 5 inches of travel and a single shock with 3.4 by Showa ensure adequate bump reduction without losing the feel of the road. Plus, the high-respect suspension setup by Öhlins is also optional. Lastly, the 2021 Harley Street Bob now comes with a passenger seat, but unfortunately, it can be hardly called adequate. Bristol Bobber 650. The young Philippines-based Bristol Motorcycles continues to grow rapidly. So 2021 marks the launch of the most powerful model that the company has made thus far. As its name implies, the bike features custom bobber styling, partially mimicking the famous Triumph Bonneville. The Bristol Bobber 650 has a round headlamp, a low 29.1-inch seat, mid-mounted foot controls, and overall comfortable ergonomics. Despite targeting the budget buyers, the 650 delivers most of the basics one would like to see in a modern bike. It gets standard dual-channel ABS, hydraulic disc brakes, a combination of analog and digital instrumentation, and a USB port. The suspension setup is adequate front and rear, represented by a KYB telescopic fork and a dual shock absorber. Powering the model is a 649cc liquid-cooled parallel twin that delivers 69 horsepower and 46 pound-feet of twist. Take a second to smash the like button if you haven't already. Thanks a bunch, and let's keep rolling. Honda Rebel 1100. The Rebel moniker has been used by Honda on and off since 1985. Its latest holders were the affordable A2 license-friendly CMX 300 and 500 models, and now the line welcomes the new flagship Rebel that shall satisfy young riders transitioning to bigger machines. The CMX 1100 keeps its timeless bobber look, but boasts a new headlight with 4 LED bulbs and a large LCD screen. At its heart sits the 1084cc Pearl Twin that was first used in the Africa Twin. It produces 87 horses, features throttle-by-wire controls, and gets 2 gearbox options, a manual and a DCT. On the tech front, the riders can enjoy a Showa suspension system, 3 power modes, 3 traction control levels, 3 braking modes, and standard cruise control. Lastly, the add-ons for the new Rebel are grouped into two categories, street and touring. The former keeps the raw bobber appeal, while the latter adds fabric saddlebags, batwing-style fairing, and a passenger backrest. Moto Guzzi V9. The world has been riding Moto Guzzis for a century now, so the company marks the 2021 model year with special centenario editions for their bestsellers. Among those is the newly refreshed V9 Bobber that strikes a perfect balance between tradition and innovation. The newcomer is built around the air-cooled 90-degree transverse V-twin introduced on the V85 TT adventure bike. It makes 65 horsepower and 54 pound-feet, which requires the Bobber to acquire rubber footpegs, standard traction control, and ABS. The model-specific updates include a new seat, aluminum side panels, digital dash, and full LED lighting, with DRLs in the shape of the Guzzi's iconic Mandello eagle. Finally, the centennial celebrations are highlighted by the special livery inspired by the 1955 Otto cylindry, satin-finished metal of the fuel tank, and green fairing. Tamarit Motorcycles 80 Valquiria. Since its establishment in 2015, the sole focus of Tamarit's transformations has circled around the British Triumph motorcycles. However, the company itself has a pure Spanish DNA. The next chapter of the expansion of Tamarit's catalog of parts and styles was written by the first female member of the team and based on the Bobber Black. The 80 Valquiria is a tribute to the 80s decade. The major customization point was the Bobber seat, developed exclusively for the model. But classic aesthetics were also given to the sump guards, front and rear fenders, eliminator kit, and chain covers. Tank Machine and Indian Étoile Neon Scout series. The French designer Clement Molina from Tank Machine collaborated with the French Indian dealership to create this limited edition Scout Bobber, which significantly departs from the regular cruiser aesthetics. Instead, the model gets 3 exclusive paint schemes based on the matte black, gray, or turquoise, where each color gets matching neon accents and corresponding seat cover with neon seams. Other additions include the unique headlight mounting plate with daytime running lights and a multifunctional rear light kit. The handlebars are inspired by the flat tracker race bikes, featuring integrated bar end mirrors and turn signals. Finishing the exterior overhaul are several performance bits, such as larger Avon Cobra chrome tires and a Super Tap Black Edition exhaust. The powertrain gets no upgrades, so we're looking at a 1000cc V-twin with 78 HP and 65 pound-feet. Thornton 100. The Bonneville Bobber Black is Triumph's factory custom machine that by itself can satisfy tastes of the most sophisticated motorbike connoisseurs. But Thornton 100 still offers to push the exclusivity meter even further. Their latest projects associated with this bike are the Silverstone Blue White Wheel and WFB, aka the world's fastest bobber. Presumably, the latter covers a quarter mile in 10.49 seconds at 130 mph trap speed, while its upper limit is 170 mph. To achieve these bonkers numbers, Jody Millhouse, the leader at Thornton, fitted the 1.2-liter Bonneville Parallel Twin with a Roadtrax C15 supercharger, effectively increasing the output of the classic mill from 79 horsepower to unimaginable 200. Among other regular modifications done by the workshop are the installation of Allen's fork, revamped Brembo brakes, and signature white wheels. Iwan-Bikes Indian Chief Bobber sidecar conversion. This year, Indian celebrated the centennial anniversary of the first Chief by introducing the new version of the bike with fresh underpinnings. Next, the company gave various custom shops and builders an early permission to create their versions of the 2022 Chief. Among these was the German Iwan-Bikes, who ended up equipping the model with their Bella Vista sidecar. The company used a hand-welded tubular steel frame and connected it with the Chief's frame at 4 different points. Plus, the sidecar was complemented with a different matte black body finish and Indian-inspired artwork. As standard, the Bella Vista also received a 15-inch car tire on a wire-spoke wheel, a foldable seat, LED lighting, and a dedicated disc brake. Finally, for extra cash you can add seat heating, an alloy wheel, and a windshield. Kermit by Thor Motorcycles. Based on the stock Scout Bobber, this build is a winner of the 2021 Indian Project Scout 3K Challenge. The model was modified by the UK-based Thor Motorcycles, and as per the competition rules, all of its conversions were squeezed into a budget of 3,000 British pounds or 4,250 USD. The first thing that is guaranteed to catch your eye in the Kermit is its appropriate frog green exterior. The tanks and fender are wrapped in triple-layer 3D gel vinyl and are finished with a black pinstripe. The bike also flaunts new 8-inch mini ape handlebars, a Thor-designed number plate mount, and curved exhausts that turn up the bike's volume. There is also a Pathfinder LED headlight, micro COB stop tail, and turn signals. Triumph Bonneville Bobber. The only Bonneville Bobber available for 2022 offers enhanced handling, gets a Euro 5 compliant engine, and upgrades to the black spec treatment as standard. Up front, you will instantly notice a new LED headlight, plus the usual 19-inch front wheel is gone, giving way to the 16-inch rim. The analog instrument cluster has single clock styling, with a small LCD display integrated into it. Triumph also enhances the Bobber's chassis. There is a new 47mm Shova cartridge fork, and the front brakes now feature Brembo brake calipers. Somehow, the mentioned Euro 5 upgrade also makes the performance of the 1200cc Pearl Twin more exciting. The engine has less internal inertia, offers 2 riding modes, and peaks at 78 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 78 pound-feet at 4,000. The bike also promises to deliver 61 mpg, squeezing out 195 miles out of the new 3.2-gallon fuel tank. Honda CMX 1100 Treble Bobber build. Honda CMX 500 is Europe's second best-selling custom motorcycle in 2020, so naturally, its bigger sibling was the first in line to receive some radical modifications from the FRC original custom house. The CMX Sport and CMX Bobber were originally created for the Wheels and Waves Festival with the intention to highlight playful and practical sides of the Rebel. Drawing inspiration from the mechanical beauty of the DCT and elemental design of the original CMX 1100 Rebel, the Bobber variant lowers the stock swing arm and suspension by 25mm, while the custom black spoke wheels were Bridgestone tires. The retro vibes are further enhanced with the aluminum handlebars, leather seat with perforation, aluminum front mudguards, and painted headlights around. Lastly, the bike also gets a 3D scanned custom polyester carbon fuel tank with mirror chrome blue satin finish and a ceramic-coated exhaust. What is your favorite bobber of the upcoming model year? I'll be waiting for you in the comment section to discuss the lineup. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This fuels us to deliver more content. Other informative episodes about 2022 bikes are on the screen. Just follow the links, and as always, may the torque be with you!